So I submitted my script, my feature-length script, to one of the top internationally known film festivals in the United States. And it got recognition. It's awesome. Back in 2022, I decided to write my first feature-length script.
To begin, coffee would help me think. Coffee and a muffin.
It was a heist murder mystery comedy. This is the beginning of me really wanting to delve into the movie making world. Primarily, I wanted to get on set. I wanted to do AC work, PA work, or any kind of technical work, lighting, sound, anything like that. But I was like, I love writing. I have tons of ideas. So I figured, why not try to write something that I could possibly make myself, with a little budget or with a small budget or with no budget. So I was like, why not give it a try? Hell with it, So I'll give it a shot. Now, I had no intention of actually submitting this to anything. Again, I just wanted to test my mettle. I wanted to see if I could write something that was interesting and fun, and see if my friends would actually like it. And again, something that I could possibly make on my own with a small budget or no budget. Now, this required a lot of studying. I had to figure out the structure of a script, the pacing of a script, how to differentiate characters, how to create the scene but not overdo it, and also not to really write how the actor should act. That's the actor's job. My job is just to put the dialogue in. My plan of attack, basically, was to write a little bit, go back, reread it, make changes, write some more, go back, reread it, make some changes, and kind of just keep progressing it that way. I would also read other scripts to kind of see how they wrote, like how much description they put in it, how they developed the characters, how they wrote the dialogue, all that stuff. Then when I finally finished it, I would reread the whole thing a couple of times and then again, make changes. When I felt satisfied with it, that's when I kind of gave it to a couple of friends of mine to read. Now, one of my friends used to be a copywriter, so she read it and she just gave me a bunch of notes on grammar, all that stuff, and so I go back and rewrite things and change things. And then once it's all said and done, and I thought I was ready, I reread it one more time just to make sure. It was a very, very long process, to say the least.
One eternity later.
Now, this whole process took about 3 years. And in that time is when I realized I really just enjoyed doing it. I really loved the process of writing. I loved figuring out the structure and the characters and development and all that stuff. And that's when I decided, you know what, why not submit to something? Why not do something with it? And so I decided, screw it, I'll put it out there and see what happens. I decided to enter into just one film festival. I needed something close, something that I could possibly go to if I did win something. Enter the Austin Film Festival. Now, this is internationally known, so I really had no plans of even getting recognition. Again, I just thought that I would submit it, forget it, and maybe just get some feedback. Something, you know what I mean? In fact, I did kind of assume that I might get the Razzie equivalent of writer for the Austin Film Festival. I don't know. I didn't expect much. I mean, I was a novice. I'm green. So, I mean, what could they possibly have to see in my script? But I was going to do it anyways, because again, Austin's close by. If something happens, I could go anyway. And I planned on kind of going anyways if I could possibly make it. I just wanted to go and hang out with some of the other writers and kind of just watch some of the movies they had, stuff like that. So, Austin Film Festival, internationally known, threw my script out there just to see where it goes. And, it just kind of fell the way that I didn't expect. So I submitted the script back in March. And I wasn't, they weren't going to announce any of the finalists or anything like that until September. So my plan was to just submit it and forget it. And in the meantime, while I was waiting on that, I figured I'd just write some more scripts, probably some short films, something I could film by myself or with friends that required no budget or a very minimal budget. But luckily, while I was waiting on that, I got this gig that basically allowed me to be the cinematographer for a movie that this other guy is making. So I get to work on that, get my chops up. And in the meantime, I was still writing. I was still getting like props together and film gear, getting ready to go. So I have, essentially 3 short films that I had ready to go. And I've been in the process of getting those to work on. So unfortunately, I didn't get anything done or filmed before I heard back from them. But at least I was in the process. So I at least got the writing stuff down. So yeah, currently working on a feature film for this guy, doing cinematography and lighting and audio and other stuff. So I'm really learning that part. And, again, I'm getting my chops up on writing. So hopefully soon, fingers crossed, I will actually get to start filming one of my short films. So, yeah. Now I get the occasional email from Austin Film Festival, and my heart would skip a beat. Was it, did I make some headway on it? Or is it, this script is so bad it's giving our readers headaches? Which was it? But it turned out it was just them sending emails saying, hey, here's some deals, and hey, here's, who's going to be featured. Just some teasing shit, just it's like, man, you're going to give me a heart attack. What? I didn't know what's going on. How am I doing with this, Jeez. Then, one day last week, I receive a call from a number I don't recognize. And, normally, I've been getting a lot of spam calls lately, so I just tend to ignore them. But luckily, they left an email. And so I called them back, and the lovely lady on the phone told me that I made the second rounders. And that's like the top 20 internationally. So I was stoked. Unfortunately, that was the end of the road for my script. But there were perks. Some of those perks being, other than the fact that, you find out you're in the top 20 writers internationally that entered, is you get a discount on the producer's badge and the other badges. But that's a big deal because the badges are expensive. But the producer badge allows you to get into panels, the parties, writing, events, stuff like that. Stuff that's kind of reserved for the people that made it that far. So it just kind of adds to the whole you feeling like you did something that's going to get you somewhere else. So the perks are fantastic. So it's just a matter of, can I go? And even if, I had one, I still would have had to buy a ticket. But yeah, I mean, the perks are great. But even with the perks, to me, there's something more important than that. Being a finalist would have been great. It'd been fantastic. But to me, where I'm at and where I got was more important because it was a learning lesson. It was a learning experience lesson. It's the same thing. But it was a learning experience. And with that, I gained confidence that I'm on the right track. But it didn't give me a big head. Like, oh, I'm first script, I'm amazing, which I probably wouldn't have been that way. I try to stay as humble as I can. I'm a modest person, But yeah, so I think that was probably, for me, the biggest perk to this whole thing is realizing that I have potential to go further and be a finalist in the future. All I gotta do is work a little harder. And that says something. So all in all, this is just the beginning of my journey. I'm still working on getting my short films made. Like I said, I'm currently working on a feature film with a friend of mine, and I'm actually working on my next feature film script. So it just kind of kept me going. It kept me progressing. It's been great, and the experience was great, and just getting to that level was really important and a good way to motivate me to keep going. And like I said, it's not important that I didn't make it past that. It's just important that I submitted it without hesitation. I just gave it a go, and I got lucky, I guess, with where I got or how I made it. Or maybe it was talent. I hope it was talent. But I'm going to keep striving to do better. I'm going to get this other one finished and submit it to next year's Austin Film Festival and see where it gets to or how far it goes. And if I go to the festival, you're coming with me. I'll show you the whole thing. So the gist of this whole thing is, whatever you're trying to do that you're passionate about, if you want to get feedback and you want to like put it in contests and competitions, see where it goes, do it. I mean, just treat it as a learning experience. If you succeed and get it as high up as it can go and you win, congratulations, you earned it. And if you only get so far, still, congratulations, you earned it. Like, just keep working for it and don't hesitate to put it out there. Be bold and see where it takes you. Just don't give up on it, keep trying. Well, that's it. So yeah, I'm stoked where I got and I'm gonna keep trying. And if I get any updates on it, you'll be the first to know. See you guys later.